Have you ever wondered why students who are very good in the knowledge, skills, or other fields of expertise feel at certain point, maybe as a student or when they transform as a professional? Here I am to decode the problems and to suggest a solution. So let's start the video. The first reason why majority of the students fail is because of the resistances, the internal resistance that holds them back even though they like to do more. The resistance is that whether they will make it to the finish line or what other people are going to think about them. It's so important to think about yourself rather than thinking about what other people think about you, because the people who think about you are the people who cannot think about themselves. So start thinking of yourself and break the internal resistance that's around. There is a thermostat. Actually, the internal resistance can be related to a thermostat. The internal thermostat that's limiting your actual capacities. The second important aspect why majority of the students fail is the fear of failure or fear of success. I had written a book some years back on the fortunate failures. During the time, the publisher asked me to change the title. And when I inquired what is the reason for changing the title, the publisher told me that nobody is interested in failures or how the failures could be fortunate as something that makes a dilemma in the readers. But it was not actually like that. Whether it's success or failure, the fear is something that makes you into a trap. The fear of success is like whether you will be getting a very good aggregate in your academics or you will be getting average or below average one, or whether you will be getting a pass mark is something that's putting you in a trap in case of academics. Now coming to the third important reason why majority of students fail is the self-image, the low self-image. When they have a low self-image about themselves, they feel that the type of work that they intend to do is something that they cannot do because they have a low self-image about themselves. They don't feel that they are not up to the mark. And the main reason for the low self-image is only because they're comparing their personality with someone who is much above them. They are not thinking that the personality who is much above them started in the same manner as if they were static. They are trying to see only the pro version, but it's so important to see the beginner version too, so that each one of you will be having a better self-image about yourself. You will be moving in the fast track when compared to others when you see that your personality is unique. You are a unique as if like your signature. With that, coming to the fourth important aspect why majority of the students fail is the overwhelm. Today we are living in an era where information is so abundant, but what makes the difference is that when we learn something, it's so important to do the things at a much faster pace. And I always relate it with my golden triangle of success. When you learn the things, you do the things or teach the things to someone, so that you are into the actual mode of education. Like when you have some knowledge, you should start implementing it up. And when it comes to overwhelm, the main portion is that students will only look up to the peak of the mountain. But remember that in order to reach the peak of the mountain, there are different base camps to it. And base camps are something that will hold you to the top. So start building your base camps on the journey to the top of the mountain. With that, coming to the fifth important problem that majority of the students faces is the ego. Ego comes like when they have more knowledge compared to others, when they have more expertise compared to others, ego automatically arises. The major reason for the ego is nothing but you feel that you are out of a student. Try feeling that you are a lifelong learner and try feeling that you have been out of the comfort zone so that you conquer the greater heights within you. The first thing that you need to conquer is your inner self, and then only the outside ego gets out from you. With this, now you may be thinking that you want a solution for all these things. Yes, I am here to make it up. The first solution is being in the right environment. The environment is something that always changes your attitude and aptitude for your career. When you change your environment, when you change your surroundings, you are always going into the higher peaks. And when you select environment should be something like in a manner that it should be challenging for you. It should be something that you need to aspire for always. When you change it up, your personality traits will change. And when you select environment, select a space where people are growing together, where people are contributing together, where people feel that everybody is equal. For example, if you're a sports person, you can be a sports person by sitting in a lawn barrier. But when you get into the right environment where every day it makes you inspiration for you to go for practices, to play the matches, you feel that the final match is only one subcomponent out of the main subcomponents. When you are in the right space, the environment will be a constructive one for you. And every single day will be so important for you. I repeat, every single day will be so important for you. With that, coming to the second solution on how students can come out of the failures is that through mentorship. You have seen sports personalities, they have coaches. They have coaches when they prepare for the higher versions of themselves. It is so important to select a mentor based on the values of the particular mentors rather than the wealth or other aspects that the mentor is providing. Always look for what are the values, inner core values of the mentor. And when you're selecting a mentor, select a mentor who's an implementer of the things. He shouldn't be telling the things right from the book. He shouldn't be telling all the theoretical knowledge. He or she should be making it to a point that they have been implementing the particular things at a regular pace, so that it deliver more result for you, so that it creates higher space of energies for you. And coming to the last solution is that surrender to a process or a system. When a process or system is built, make it a point that the system is built out of many trial and errors. And when the system is in front of you, don't go for any research and development to further excavate it. Always when surrendering to a mentor, always make it a point that you are surrendering to a system or a process. Whatever the system and process intend you to do it blindly. Because many years back, I was been in a state where I was following a particular process or system, but I was lacking certain points on the process or system that made me into the averages. When I investigated what was my result of being into the averages, I found that some of the dots what the process or system was intending me to do, I'd lacked. I was not able to connect the dots. When I tried connecting the dots, everything has happened in order for me. So these are the solution on how you can come out of the failure zone and make higher degrees of success for you. Start implementing it. And if you like this particular video, just press the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, just press the subscribe button. Wishing you the best as a student, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.